All right, and we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mac to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast, where we help you get started on your fitness journey. What is up, everybody? Today's podcast topic is going to be about a quote that I heard my pastor talk about last week at church. But I wanted to let y'all know this is a re-recording. So I recorded this podcast a week ago, and I just realized that none of the sound worked on my podcast episode. So if you watched that and was wondering why there was no sound, it actually went live today, and I just realized it because I went to listen to the podcast and there was no sound. So if you watched that, I apologize. I'm re-recording the episode now, and I'm going to upload this today so that y'all can watch after this. So sorry for the confusion there. Hopefully, I know that my mic's working now. Had my setting on the wrong setting, and I made sure it works before the podcast. So we should be good today. Hopefully, I can record the podcast just as good as I did the first time, but there's always some things I throw in there that I don't remember. So we're giving this another shot. So we're gonna go right at it, and it's about a quote that I heard my pastor say, and it's I liked it a lot. So I was like, I'm gonna write that down, and I'm gonna talk about that on the podcast because it definitely applies when it comes to your fitness journey as well. But it applies to everything in life. Another thing I talked about that I forgot to mention before we get started is y'all see in the back, if you're watching the video, I got a TV put up behind me now. So changed it up a little bit, put a TV back there. And my idea is I'm gonna put something up on the TV during my podcast, but I hadn't quite decided what I want to put up there yet. So I need y'all's suggestions. If you have any suggestions on what I should put up back there, y'all thought about maybe just putting my podcast art up back there, or maybe like a motivational quote or a picture, something like that. I don't know. I'm not very creative. Y'all help me come up with something to put back there. But for now, it's just turned off. As y'all can see, I know most of y'all probably listen to the audio version, and that's cool. But yeah, I switched up my office a little bit. I added some decorations over here on this wall. It's gonna be like my little accolade wall or achievement wall, whatever. And then I put a little TV back here. So I don't know. We're playing around with it. Y'all let me know what I can do there. So yeah, enough chatting about that. Let's go ahead and hop into the podcast topic. And the quote today is, "Doubt is only dangerous when you start doubting yourself." So I'll say it again. Doubt is only dangerous when you start doubting yourself. And I love this quote because it's so true. I mean, like, who cares what other people think? If somebody else is doubting you, who cares? Like, their doubt does not have any effect on you unless you let it. So don't let it. Don't let it affect you. It has no effect on you whatsoever. Doubt really only affects you when you start doubting yourself. And yeah, you can let those people impact you by believing what they say. But if they doubt you and you start believing it, if you start listening to it, then yeah, you may start doubting yourself. But that's what today's podcast topic is going to be about: how we can overcome that and not doubt ourselves, not listen to the haters. You know what I'm saying? We all deal with doubt. That's for sure. I mean, doubt. You get doubt from others. You get doubt, about your own results. You get doubt about your own abilities. But the only doubt that truly becomes a problem is when we let it creep in and we let it inside of our minds and we let it control us. We let it take over. So that's the only time it's a problem. We can't do that. We got to overcome that. So a quick breakdown of the quote is just doubt is a natural part of any journey, especially when it comes to fitness. You're going to have some doubt at some point. We all experience this. We all do. I definitely experience this in each one of the little challenges I do. There's definitely some doubt that I could even finish. There's some doubt that I even want to do it. There's doubt that, I can put in the work and the time and the effort that goes into achieving something like that. There's definitely doubt. Like, we all experience this. We experience external doubt, which is like other people questioning your goal or ability. And we deal with internal doubt, which is different. This is doubt that we have internally within ourselves. And we pretty much all experience both of these when we start to do something new, when we try to, go above and beyond what we normally do, when we try to achieve a goal, when we try to do something, extra that we don't normally do. We always experience this doubt internally and externally. So we're going to learn to not listen to the external doubt and how to, use that internal doubt to your advantage and how to overcome it. So for some people, external doubt can actually act as fuel to your motivation, because a lot of people like to prove people wrong. If this is you, then this is good to know so you can use it to your advantage. When other people doubt you, you're like, oh, I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to do it just because you said I couldn't do it. I don't necessarily think that's the way I operate. I don't really think I need to prove anybody wrong. I mean, sometimes yeah, and then sometimes no. I guess it just depends on the situation. But I really don't care what other people think. Like, if you don't, You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't really matter. So this don't really fuel me as much, but for some people, I know it does. Like, for some people, some people feed off of other people's, doubt and negativity towards them. Because they're like, yeah, watch this. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to show you what I can do. And that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's totally cool. That it's just how different people are different. Like, people operate differently. So if that's you, understand that and know that and use that to your advantage. Like, that's cool if that's you. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, you need to learn this. If you are this way or if you're not this way, you need to know so you can, how to better attack your goals and things like that. And the internal doubt, however, it can sabotage your progress because it eats away at your consistency. It eats away at your belief in yourself. You start slacking off a little bit because you start doubting yourself. You start thinking about it too much. You start, overdoing it. And that doubt just starts to creep in. And we can't let it. So we can't let it sabotage, our progress and our goals and things like that. So how does it apply to fitness? Well, when you're starting out, self-doubt is going to show up as, I'll never stick to this, or I don't have the body for the gym. I don't have the time for the gym. I don't know what to do in the gym. These are all things that are going to happen. I'm never going to be able to lose weight. I'm never going to be able to bench press 225. I'm not going to be able to do these things. Well, that's just self-doubt. That's all it is. It's literally just you doubting yourself because you've never done it before. And that's pretty normal. Like, normally when you haven't done something or you've tried something in the past before and then you try it again, a lot of times there's a little bit of doubt there. And that's perfectly normal. So you gotta realize what that is. You gotta realize that's just doubt. It's not like actual truth. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to justify why you should quit or why you didn't do something in the past or why you can't be successful. You're trying to justify that, and that's not the case. Like, just because you failed once don't mean you can't do it. You can't retry it and do it successfully the next time. So when you go on your fitness journey and you start to hit a plateau or you stop seeing results or you're not seeing results fast enough, this is going to be you're going to start doubting yourself big time too, because you're going to be like, well, I'm just wasting my time, or I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm not going to see results. When you face setbacks like injury, when you have missed workouts, when you have bad nutrition, these days they can lead to, well, maybe I'm not cut out to this. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this ain't the route I should be going. That doubt's going to start creeping in. So this kind of doubt, it slows you down. It makes you skip workouts and eventually causes people to quit, because that one missed workout turns into 2 missed workouts, which turns into a week of missed workouts, which turns into a month, and so on. So we got to turn that doubt into power. So recognize these external doubts that you get from other people. Recognize these as noise. That's all it is. It's just noise. It's not about you. It's about their perspective. When somebody else doubts you, that's their perspective that they have on you. That is not your perspective on you. But it can affect you if you let it. Like, if you listen to these people and you take to what they're saying, if you take it too seriously, and you just let their doubts creep in on you, then yeah, they can have an effect on you. They really can. But we gotta just realize that's just noise. That's all it is. It's noise, and it's there to just stop you and keep you from achieving your goals. And that's not what we want to do. That's just their perspective on you. And if you're one of those people that you just want to prove them wrong, then hey, use that doubt as fuel. Use it for your motivation. You want to reframe internal doubt as a signal that you're pushing outside of your comfort zone. So I love this. You're pushing outside of your comfort zone. And that's when you start doubting yourself, because you've never been there before. You've always been in your little bubble, in your little comfort zone. And as soon as you get out of that, that's where that doubt is. That's where you start facing that doubt, because you've never been there before. You don't know what to expect. You don't know how to do it. You don't know what to do when you get there. But that's when you learn. That's how you learn. You just keep going, you keep pushing, you keep fighting, and then you learn as you go, and then you're successful over time. Growth is always going to feel uncertain. So just remember that. It's always going to feel uncertain because you haven't done it. It's new territory for you. It's uncertain because you don't know what to expect. Like, you've never been there. So it's new. And that's normal. That's just how everything works. That's just how it is. So just know that when you experience this doubt, this new doubt, that's part of the process. It's part of it. So some strategies we can use this doubt as power is just track your progress, photos, notes, strength gains. These are all proof that you're fighting that doubt. You're overcoming that doubt because you're seeing results. You know what I'm saying? You're overcoming those doubts that you had because you're getting results from it. So that's proof right there. It's proof in the pudding, as people like to say. And that's how you can fight that doubt. When that doubt starts to creep in, you can just scroll through your camera roll and be like, oh, look right here. I lost 10 pounds. Oh, I look so much better in this photo. Oh, I've lost 2 inches off my waist, or I've gained, muscle in this area, whatever. Also, positive self-talk goes a long ways. Stop saying the words I can't and start saying the words, replace those words with I'm learning. So stop saying I can't and instead say I'm learning. Just because you failed one time don't mean that's it. Like you learn from that. You're going to learn from that mistake and you're going to improve upon it, and then you're going to get better and you will achieve whatever that goal is. So just start replacing your vocabulary. Instead of I can't, it's I'm learning. Okay? And then focus on consistency over perfection. Doubt is going to thrive when you chase immediate results, especially in fitness. Nothing in fitness is immediate. Nothing. It all takes time. It takes consistency. It takes focus, and nothing's going to be perfect. So just know that. Like it takes time. It's a progress. I mean, it's a process. It's a journey. That's why they call it a fitness journey, because it's going to take time. Quit trying to do things in a short period of time. Not just fitness, but everything. Don't look for perfection. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to eat every meal strictly. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to, you're not going to hit every single workout. There's going to be something happens and you're not going to be able to make it to the gym one day. You're going to eat that dessert. Or you're going to have that cake at the birthday party when you wasn't supposed to. So it's just be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like if you miss one workout, that's cool. But don't let it happen again. Don't miss another workout. You know what I'm saying? Like go the next day or go the next time you have a workout planned. If you have a piece of cake, that's cool. The next day, just get right back on your meal plan. Like just pick it right back up the next day, or pick it up that day, afterwards, whatever it is. It's not, you don't have to be perfect. You're not going to see immediate results. So just know that going into it. Like it's going to take time. So yeah, like I said, we all experience, some kind of doubt at some point, especially in our fitness journey. I've experienced this several times, especially when you hit plateaus. When you hit plateaus, that's a huge, kind of, what's the opposite of a confidence booster? What's that? Like a huge roadblock, it's going to shut you down and you're going to be like, dang, I hit the max I can't do no more. I'm not seeing no more results. Like you're definitely going to start doubting yourself at this point. So you just got to, stick it out, and push through. The best example I can give you is just, during my ultra marathon, when I'm training, or really just through all my events that I've done, there's always a period where I want to quit. There's always a period where I doubt if I can even do it, if I can even complete it within the given time. There's always a period where I question myself, like, why am I doing this? And I don't want to keep doing it. The training sucks. It's a lot of training that goes into it. It's a lot of time that goes into it, a lot of effort. But I know that, if I push through it, if I do what I'm supposed to do, and then when I cross that finish line, I know it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth every, hour I spent out there training. Every morning I woke up at 4 a.m. to go train before work or before church or whatever it is. So I just encourage y'all to think of a time that, you've pushed through some doubt before in the past, and how you came out stronger on the other side, like how you learned from a mistake or how you learned from a failure, and what you learned from that, and how you achieve whatever it is you were trying to achieve. It's so rewarding when something like that happens. So yeah, the quote from today was doubt isn't the enemy. The quote from today is doubt is only a problem. No, doubt is only, sorry, I said this wrong. Doubt is only dangerous when you start doubting yourself. That's the quote. But just remember, doubt isn't the enemy. It only becomes dangerous, when you start doubting yourself. So I encourage y'all, trust the process, back yourself even when results aren't immediate, and never let self-doubt dictate your actions. So my call to action today is if today's message hit home, if you've been struggling with a little bit of doubt, if people have been hating on you, they doubting you, share this episode with someone who has been, battling self-doubt in their own fitness journey, and then use it, to your advantage. So yeah, I think that's all I got for y'all today. Sorry again about the podcast and the sound being off. I don't really know what happened. And I'm really mad because I said a lot of things in the podcast that I didn't remember to say this time. So, oh well, it is what it is. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. Use your doubt to your advantage. Use other people's doubts, haters, whatever you want to call them. Use it for your own self-motivation and thrive off that if that's how you operate. But yeah, other than that, appreciate y'all tuning in. Got some more podcast interviews coming up, so y'all stay tuned. Look out for those. They should be coming out probably next week. I got 2 that I'm doing this week that will be recorded. So yeah, appreciate y'all so much for all the love and support I'm getting on the podcast. If you will, share this episode with a friend, share it with somebody, so we can get the podcast out there for more and more people. Yeah, we're trying to help one person every episode. That's the goal. Other than that, y'all have a great day. Peace, love, protein. We out.